What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Scottie Show. Today I got my homie Mac Rowe. How you doing, homie? What's good, man?
What's going on, Scotty? Thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for having me here.
Ain't no problem, man. I'm really excited, man, because like I'm just now, getting more artists on here, and I'm just excited for, you're the second, you're the second or third artist I've had on here, man. So I'm really excited about this one, and I'm really like, getting like that nerdcore, that anime rap. Like I want to like push that that these kind of artists out because
Right.
I feel like it's like a whole wave that like people are really like. I wouldn't say people are sleeping on it, but like it's something that's like gonna be popping when everything fully opens up on our end. I know in Florida y'all lit, bro. Y'all lit as fuck over there, bro.
Man, we don't give a damn out here. It's regular life out here for the most part.
Yeah, bro, y'all lit out there, bro. I want to visit out there one day. I got family out there, but man,
Yeah.
tell us about yourself, bro. And where you're from. Tell the people that don't know you, man.
Got you. Real quick, I just wanted to interject because I'm so new to this nerdcore scene, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
for me, it's just a label. I'm an artist, period. You know what I mean? Like I make music, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And I happen to make nerdcore. Like that's how
mm-hmm.
how I've been trying to label it. Because I
Yeah,
don't want like I don't ever like to confine myself to a box and be like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. As a
I
nerdcore
just
artist,
make nerdcore music. No, I
make
I
everything.
literally am just getting into it. I have 3-4 albums on iTunes right now that have nothing to do with anime, you know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah.
So it's like I don't want people to think I'm just a nerdcore artist, but at the same time, I'm diving into this community and diving into
Yeah.
the nerdcore music. So I
Mm-hmm.
do I'm not against it, but
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just wanted to clarify that.
That's not like you're not like honestly I get that because like the first track I ever heard from you was that we track, bro. That when you gonna pass the weed. Like that shit's fire. I was like, oh shit. And that's what made me like reach out. I was like, bro, I was like, that shit's fire. And like the
Hell yeah.
melody and everything. So like I honestly get where you coming from. Like and
Yeah,
I'm
no,
kind of the same
and
way too.
I appreciate that. Appreciate you checking that track out, man. Yeah, no fucking but shit, who am I? I'm Marcus. Well, that's my name, you know what I'm saying, Marcus, and I go by Macro. I've been doing music for over 15 years. I'm 30 years old. I started when I was 14. So I've been at this for a while. And I'm from Arizona, but I'm currently living in Florida. I got a bachelor's degree in business entertainment. I run a recording studio. That's where I'm at right now in
Holy
the
shit.
recording studio. And, I do videography. I want to eventually be a director, one day. Just all kinds of stuff. Pretty much anything entertainment wise or like media wise. Like I just love being creative, period. I do, like I said, music. I can make beats. I can do videos. I do graphics. I like to draw. I've been getting into a lot more drawing, especially because I have a couple of manga ideas that I would hope to, get turned into an anime one day. So,
Mm.
I'm just trying to get better at drawing so I could create some characters and whatnot. But yeah, no, that's kind of me in a nutshell, man.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know you had a fucking bachelor's degree. That's wild. So,
Yeah.
what like how did you know you wanted to do entertainment and entertain like and it's so crazy because like like would you say like Florida is like the home of I would say like the main places of entertainment would be Florida, Las Vegas, and maybe Cali and New York. Like those are like the main places of entertainment. But if you like, I feel like real entertainment you would find it in Florida, like really good entertainment.
Well, definitely recently, definitely more
Yeah.
so in the last like 10 years, Florida has just put a stamp on the industry. But you know how before that, it was New York, Cali, Atlanta, and Texas, like, Houston, Dallas area. Those were like the main cities for like hip hop at least. And then,
Mm-hmm.
Florida has really just starting to rise to the cream of the crop out here.
Oh yeah.
But no, I mean, it's like for me, my whole journey into music was, I was playing basketball. I was on the team or whatever. And clarification, I wasn't on the team. I had to be the manager. due to some complications.
Yeah.
So I'm not even gonna sit here and cap like I was on the team. I was the manager, but I was on the bus. And you know, like when you're coming home from an away game and you won, and then the energy is just everyone's hype.
Everybody freestyling. Ah.
Okay, they're freestyling, but they're doing this it's like this like chant thing, like my name is Marcus. Yeah. And I can't rap. Yeah, and when I try to, I sound like crap. That was my first little stumble upon. Let me try to rhyme. Bro, everybody in the bus went crazy. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. I got goosebumps in that moment, and I knew it. I was like, damn, I just said a few words and I got this kind of reaction. I'm like, I like this feeling.
Yeah.
So I was like very interested in music. So just took it from there. And I'm just a super independent person. So I started recording myself immediately and just dove into it.
Hell yeah.
Hard-headed into it. Like
I feel like a lot of people that do entertainment or some kind of like any form of entertainment, they they had like a moment of where they captivated, like whether it's a small audience like your classmates or like the people around you. If you can like capture their like attention and like have them like, you know, big up you and everybody's like gassing you up, you know, you have something. Because not a lot of people can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can be like not a lot of people can just like, because I was a goofy ass like kid when I was like younger. I wanted to be like a fucking comedian. I used to like I was like a roaster kind of like guy. Like I was the guy that was like always like doing like some funny ass shit in the classroom or like saying some stupid ass shit and getting like the teacher's attention and making the class laugh. And like
I was kind of like that too.
Yeah, like and like not a lot of kids would like not a lot of kids could do it because not a lot of people were like actually funny. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, I'm funny, but you know, like can you like make a whole classroom go crazy? Like when you were a kid. But
right.
Yeah, man, that's so crazy, man. So what was it like moving from Yeah, man. What was that move like from Arizona to Florida? Like what was that like?
Well, that's been a back and forth journey my whole life. My mom split up with my pops when I was 4 years old, and I was born in Arizona. We moved to Atlanta, Georgia when I was like 3 years old. So I was out there for a little bit, and then they split up out there. She took off back to Arizona. Then we moved to Florida, back and forth. I mean, I've lived in a few different states as well, like, but for short periods of time. So I don't even claim them like that. Like I lived in West Virginia for 2 weeks. I was enrolled in school for 2 days and then got taken out and we moved again. So it's like, I've been moving around my whole life, but Arizona and Florida are my main constants. And I attribute those to the development and who I am.
What would you say? Oh my bad. Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say, as far as like the difference between Arizona and Florida, I feel like, you know, there's pros and cons to everywhere you go in life. But as far as the main differences in the two states that I see are, people are I feel like they're more friendlier out here in Florida than they are in Arizona. They're kind of, some people out there are kind of dickheads. But no offense to my Arizonans, man. I love you guys. But yeah, some of you guys are rude as hell.
That's that Southern hospitality.
I was just about to say it's the Southern hospitality. That is a real thing. It is very real. But maybe it's because Arizona's so close to Cali. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people from that's what I hear a lot too. Like people from like the West Coast and like the East Coast, like they're all assholes. But if you like, you know, Midwest, you got people that are like Southern motherfuckers, and then you got people like, you know, in the South, you got that you know, that Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
Because I'm from Pure, Illinois. It's kind of like you kind of get like that Southern hospitality here, because it's kind of like, it's like a small town, small city kind of like shit. So so what part of Florida are you from? Like what were you
I'm in Brevard County, which is like NASA, where NASA is.
Oh shit. So you see you see the spaceships and shit, bro?
That's a regular routine. That I've been hearing that go off my whole life, seeing that go off my whole life.
Bro, have you seen one shoot up in the sky?
Have I seen one blow up?
Like go up in the sky. Have you seen one like
no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, bro, that's some wild ass shit.
It's a regular occurrence out here.
bro.
Like, trust me, you'll be sitting here like right now. Like, if there was a rocket going off, it would sound like there's like an earthquake happening, like, and all of a sudden
Bruh.
a big boom. That's the sonic boom.
Bro, that's fucking wild.
Yeah, it's
That's
wild.
fucking wild.
One second.
Are you good, bro? Damn, son.
I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, no. So, yeah, it's crazy. And as long as I lived in Arizona, I've never seen the Grand Canyon. So it's it's like, different strokes for different strokes.
So running your own studio, bro, like what is it like, recording other artists and stuff? Like how do you go about all that shit, man? And have you ever has there ever been like a moment where like you ain't gotta call no one out, but has there ever been a moment where you're like recording somebody and you're just like, dude, should we keep this session going? Like, cause like I've seen it before, and cause like I've seen mad engineers, I've walked in on like sessions before, like on accident, like when you like crossing like times and shit like that with other people. And like I didn't like mean to like come in on a session, but like the engineer just looking at me like, I just want to be done with this shit. Like
help me, like give me please. Yeah, honestly, that I like recording music, and I love it as a side job.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly burnt out with it, and that being one of the main reasons.
Because there's so many and it's like no offense, like I want people to like make music and but I feel like the one thing that we need to start, like one thing that people need to do is just be 100% honest. Because like I'd rather have someone tell me my music is garbage.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like it's like we kind of like a lot of the stuff is like becoming like watered down, like
right.
And some people may be good at doing the artwork. Some people may be good at doing the management of music. Some people may be good at like sometimes like making like the actual music isn't their thing. At one point in time, I thought like I was just trash as fuck, and I just wanted to just manage artists, and like I was trying to do that at one point. And then I was just like, okay, I went back, worked on my craft, and started putting out better quality music. And I feel like that's like another thing like people should do, like reflect and not be around like yes men. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I completely agree.
If you got people all up in your ear like just telling you yeah you're the best, you're the GOAT, you're like you're this, you're that, then you'll never figure out like what like your real potential is.
I completely agree, and I relate that into how artists sometimes will want everything cheap. You know what I mean? Like, oh, can I get you try to bargain with me on my studio time. You're not gonna go to Walmart and be like, bro, let me get this loaf of bread for half off.
Yeah.
Because we're cool. Like, I know the manager of Walmart. I'm not gonna go in there and be like, hey, bro, hook me up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it's just different. And then with artwork, everyone tries to haggle, and it's just like, or like even with artists who don't buy the beats, it's like you don't buy the beats, and then nobody buys your music, and then you're mad nobody buys your music. I'm not saying that has anything to do with it sometimes, but it's just
but that's some shit that comes full circle. Because like yeah, like if you're not willing to invest in yourself, why do you think anyone would invest in you? Like I recently bought beats, bro. I'm it was $75 a beat for that person that I bought the beat off of, and I'm just like, shit. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. Like that person put that time and that effort into doing that shit. So you know what? I'm gonna get that beat, and I already know it's gonna come back around full circle one day. And like people are gonna peep the song when it drops, and it's all about making connections and doing honest work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like the main thing that like that artists really need to understand. It's just like being straight up. Like if you say you're gonna buy a beat, or if you say you're gonna get a verse or whatever, just buy the verse or buy the beat. Don't just say, hey, I'm gonna buy the beat on this day, and then don't buy that beat or whatever. Just if you can't get it,
and I think it kind of goes back to what you were saying a minute ago. Like so many people are focused on being in the spotlight when they could also just be behind the scenes and still operate in the same, landscape. Like if people teamed up more, like, oh, like we all do it, like, okay. But at the end of the day, everybody is blinded by the light. They want to be They want to be in the
Yeah.
spotlight, man.
Yeah, man, and that's why I started like this podcast. Like I was just like, man, like there's so many like dope artists that are out, and like now, like so we had like the Little Peep era, and we had like the hardcore like SoundCloud era with Xavier Wolf and all them, and like ever since like like certain artists passed away, you have the music industry now pushing out like these manufactured artists that we have never heard of, and like they haven't organically been shown to the fans. They keep on force feeding us like these artists that no one has never ever heard of. Like there's so many artists that are being like just cranked out now by the machine, like of like the music industry. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember the last time when we had like a real like organic artist that popped up on the scene, like SoundCloud like type wise, like how we had like X and all them, and Wi-Fi's funeral, and like the Florida, like pretty much like Florida was like the epitome of that SoundCloud era where we had like organic artists that were popping up on the scene. Now we don't really get that no more because like I would just call it the music industry machine. Like it's just cranking out these people to replicate like who Little Peep was, who Juice WRLD was, who X was, and
I completely agree. I was gonna say the only thing though, not all of them are undeserving.
yeah.
I would say that like some of them, maybe even though they're industry plants, like they got the talent, or else they wouldn't be in that position.
Yeah. So
I can't discredit. I can't discredit an industry plant, especially if somebody saw the talent in them before they were even anything. So it's kind of a double-edged sword for me on that.
Yeah.
I respect the grassroots come up, because that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Rather than, I mean, but at the same token,
hey, you gonna take the
if a label hits me up and like, hey, yo, Matt, bro, we see you out there. We wanna plug you in.
Hey,
plug me in then.
Bro, but the thing about it is though, you already have that like you said, you got 4 albums. Like you already got albums out on fucking iTunes and shit. You already have a foundation already laid out. So even like if that did happen, nobody can say, "Oh, Macro's a fucking industry plant." No one can say that.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I got receipts. That's
what I'm saying. No one can ever say, "Yo, this dude's an industry plant." It's like it's like I wouldn't even be mad if that happened. Like I just think that, man, like we just like what we're missing is just the more organic artists, and like that is what people like. That is what made like music really special in like 2016, 2017, like that era. It made like the connection to the artist more, because you have the No Jumper like podcast popping off too around that time, and he was like he was interviewing all these like all the new artists that were on SoundCloud and shit, and like because they already had established fan bases, and then he would just be like, "Yo, hop on the podcast. We're gonna interview and chop it up and shit like that." And then boom, next thing you know, they out here getting millions of views now. Like, and like I feel like that is what we need to like not recreate, but bring that organic like feel back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what
I think I don't think it's missing. I think the market's just oversaturated.
Yeah, that too. The market is definitely oversaturated.
Because everything you want is out there. You just have to go find it, compared to it being more pushed to the front because it's one of its own. Like a lot of that, like you're saying, was like the first of its time. Like when SoundCloud artists really started popping, and like, just like, it was like, it's just like Soulja Boy when he blew up off of YouTube. Not everybody gonna blow up off of YouTube like Soulja Boy did. Not everybody's gonna blow up off of SoundCloud like Lil Peep and them did, or X. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gonna blow up off of TikTok like whoever is gonna blow up off of TikTok because that's the new thing. You know what I mean? So it's just the way it is, and I think it's just trying to be more than a drop of water in the ocean. You know what I mean? Because that's all we are. Everybody's out here doing the same thing. What can we do to stand out? Find your lane. Like, even though I said I'm not calling myself a nerdcore artist. My whole goal right now is to do nothing but essentially nerdcore music because
there's a market for it.
Because it works for me, but it works for me in the sense of what I need for my life and what my goals are. It aligns perfectly.
Yeah, and it's related, and everything about nerdcore and stuff like that. It relates to me, and I'm pretty sure it relates to you too. I watch anime. I see you got the tattoo with the hidden leaf, bro. Like I already like, yeah, man. Like I already know. Like you got like the like it relates to like your life. So like I'd rather people rap about like shit that's really like happening in their life and like people that like really like relates like that shit. Than, you know, someone that's not really, you know, for like someone that's not really into nerdcore making nerdcore music, or not someone that's not into anime claiming like I'm an anime fan. You know what I'm saying? They just use
and you can weed those people out pretty quickly too.
Yeah,
that's the one cool thing about nerdcore. It's like, you know, when somebody knows a show or knows a character in and out and is able to literally embody this character and present to you a verse as if I was this character, you know. So versus somebody just being like, oh, I cut him like Zoro, I'm stretching like Luffy, you know, just simple bars that are like, oh, research what's their character name, okay, what's the, you know, like they could do very surface level research and just skate by, but the people that are in depth with it, those are the ones that are going to rise to the cream of the crop. And that kind of goes back to the oversaturation. Like there's so many nerdcore artists, and yo, we got a special guest in the building. Hold on. Yo, we got a special guest, Tyler the Black Jew. He's also a fellow nerdcore artist. Here, pull up a chair. Pull up this chair right over here. This side, right side. What's going on? So this changed from a solo interview to a dubs. Hold on. So let me introduce.
Oh man.
Let me introduce the homie.
What up, homie?
This is
hey.
Tyler the Black Jew.
What's good?
What's up?
He actually is the one that pretty much introduced me into nerdcore. So this is actually really great that he just showed up. We're going to be working on some music here in a minute. So.
Oh man. So you're doing an amazing interview of the magnificent Macro here.
Hell yeah, man. So what is your artist name?
Tyler the Black Jew.
Tyler the Black Jew. So you make nerdcore music, or is it you make strictly nerdcore music, or what are the genres of music that you make?
I mean, I originally started out just making music about me and myself, and then over time I realized, like listening to my lyricism, talking about anime and comics and stuff like that, I was like, do other people actually do this? So I did a little research, started looking around. I'm like, oh, there's a whole community of people that legit just feeling like Goku. I'm like, okay, there's a whole thing to this.
Oh yeah.
So I started hopping on that, but I've been paying attention to Mac for like the past 4 years. I'm like, he be saying every time I'll hear a nice bar, just what the nerdcore community would go nuts over.
And the cool thing about me and Tyler is we've worked together prior towards working together in nerdcore. Like a few years ago, I was putting together ciphers just around here locally in Brevard County. I called it the Brevard County Cipher, and I had him and a few other artists come to my studio, record the track, and I put together a video and we put it out. And you know, that was dope. So
that's dope as fuck.
A few years later,
that was good connection.
A few years later, here we are. You know,
hell yeah,
doing the nerdcore thing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about those ciphers, man, but I have another question. How did you come up with your name, Macro?
Oh man, this one's funny. All right, so when I first started, back when I was in like high school and shit, I was going by Mark E.G., like MARK-EG. And it was given to me by a homie because he was like, you guys can't come up with your own names. You got to be named. And he was like, you're gonna be Marky G. And I was like, man, like Marky Mark. Yeah. He was like, nah, like Mark EG. And like, I was like, all right, I guess I can rock with that. Or whatever. I wasn't really worried about it too much. So Marky G was my come up name. And then, okay, so intermission, which adds to the story. Until I got my license, I thought my name was Marcus, Marcus. I got my license and shit and found out that my real name was Marcos with an O. So my name is Marcus. My name is Marcus, but with an O. So upon this revelation, I'm like, oh shit, my name is Marcos. I was like, yo, I'm Marco. So I started going by Marco. And at the time, it was when everybody was adding like little Marco the Don was mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Marco this, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? People were just adding things to their name. So I was Marco the Don. And then I just dropped the Don at one point because I was like, that's kind of corny. I'm not a Don. So let me drop that. And then so I'm in Wendy's. I was working at Wendy's in Arizona when I had moved back there in like 2010, 11, after I graduated high school and shit. And I was freestyling with the homie in the lobby, and I'm like, yo, it's Marco, Macro, because I'm dyslexic, so sometimes I spit words wrong.
Yeah.
And so, but that actually helped me because after that, I was like, yo, Macro, who is Macro? And then after, I was like, bro, did you hear that? I was like, bro, I said, my name is Macro. I was like, yo, that shit sounds dope. I think I'm gonna use that. Because I'm like, it's me, but it's just my name just switched around. So it's not like I'm saying I'm a Mac. I'm just Macro because I'm dyslexic and I said my name, backwards or whatever. So
that's fucking crazy.
So that's how I got my name Macro, and I've been sticking with it ever since because I'm like, that's me,
Yeah. So when were like your first ciphers, and then like how do you come up with them, and like how do you pick the artists that you want to like do the ciphers with, and like the beat and like the subject matter and stuff like that? Like how do you go about like that, like doing like these ciphers and shit?
Okay, so back at like when I was doing like regular ciphers around the county and stuff, I would just make a post and be like, yo, I'm about to do a cipher. Who wants to be in it? And then everybody would comment, be like, oh, I'm down. I would have them either organize amongst themselves, put together a team of 4 people that they'd like to be on the song with, or whatever. I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to collaborating and bringing people together. I like to network regardless and just want as many people to come together as possible. So I don't pick and choose. I mean, yeah, and it's not like I have a network of people where I wouldn't be willing to work with them. So like if they're in my network, I'm willing to work with them for the most part. And everybody that reached out, I put together groups and whatnot. Like back in 2016, that's when I did my first cipher. I put together 2 different ciphers for around the county. Took a couple years, and then I did the one with him.
Wasn't that the
Royal Family Cipher? That was that one. And because I have a brand called Royal Vision that was supposed to be my label and everything. And I did the Royal Family Cipher. I did 2 of them, and it did pretty well. And really, it was a promotion tactic for me to promote my studio because I'm bringing the artist in to record in my studio. I'm the one that made the beat. I'm the, I'm going to shoot the video. So it's just really a great way for me to get my services, known to the artist and whatnot.
Dude, one thing that like I want to point out that like a lot of that I want like other artists and like kids that are like gonna like watch this shit. One thing that I want them to take from this is like how much work you put in. Number 1, you have your bachelor's. Number 2, you record your own stuff. You're shooting your own videos. Like you learn like that ground level shit that a lot of people like they ignore it. Like they want like everything right now. They don't want to like, put that time in to like learn all that information and stuff. And like you know a lot of like the behind the scenes shit that a lot of people don't even know. And it's really important. Not only to promote yourself, but to, help other artists out, connecting people. Like you're honestly, dude, you're very fucking talented, bro. Like this is crazy. Like this is blowing my, like, I'm not even gonna lie. I did not expect none of this information to come out of your mouth when we did this fucking interview.
Yeah.
Like this is like
expect the unexpected, dog.
Yeah, bro.
And
like
I know he be working because I learned from watching his steps a little bit. I used to kind of be stuck in the mud. I'd be watching him. I'm like, all right,
hell yeah.
choose my battles. I'll start by doing that.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, connections and doing everything. Like I just be watching him slightly, and I'm catching some stuff.
Hell yeah,
Getting
man.
there.
So where'd you get your bachelor's at? Like, where'd you go to school?
Full Sail University.
Yeah. How was that? How'd you like it?
It was in Orlando. Let's see. That was 2012, and I had just moved back from Arizona, and my mom was like, "Oh, I want you to go to college." And I was like, "Well, if I'm going to go to college, I'm going to go to college that I want to go to." And Full Sail is like one of those music colleges and whatnot. So my initial idea was, oh, I'm going to go for music. So I started off in the music production program, and then 6 to 8 months into the program, I just realized this isn't what I wanted to learn, because I was already kind of doing what I needed to do as far as recording and everything. So I dropped out of that program and transferred over into the entertainment business program, because I figured it would be better for me in the long run to have a business degree, because a music production degree, like I can't take that to, like, just in case anything didn't work out with music, I could take a business degree, a bachelor's business degree compared to an associate's music degree. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I just was like, oh, it's just an all around better, upgrade to go to the entertainment business. Plus that way I'm protected as an artist no matter what. Like I won't need to hire so-and-so, because I'll be able to go into a business meeting and be able to look over the documents and understand what's going on, compared to going in blind just with a music production degree. So that was my thought process on that. But the whole experience was awesome on campus. But stuff happened. I ended up having to move back home because of a roommate situation. And then I transferred from the campus program to online. And then once that happened, it took a turn for the bad, because I was not a good online student at all. At all. I honestly got kicked out for like a year because they were like, bro, you're not doing no work. You're not even trying. So what's the point? We're going to suspend you for a year. And I ended up coming back, and then ended up doing good, and then falling into the same routine of just not doing the work. They ended up suspending me again for, I think, 6 months or something like that. So I ended up turning what was supposed to be a 2-year program into like 5 years somehow, because I started in 2012. I didn't get my degree until 2017. Mm-hmm. But, regardless of how long it took me, I got it. So,
yeah, it is what
yeah. And I might have, failed along the ways, and I've a lot of things that I regret about the situation, like not or kind of taking it for granted. Because once I first started, it was cool. Like I was all gung ho. Like I was like, yes, student every day. I'm never gonna miss. Never gonna be late. Perfect attendance. I literally was sitting in the front of the class taking notes. Like I was hyped. I was hyped to be in school. And then just after falling into that routine not so long, and just it was just like, okay, well, I kind of got, I don't know, just fell out of it. And I didn't do too well, but I'm happy for the experience. I learned a lot, and the biggest thing that I took from the whole situation was what they kept preaching was be professional, practice professionalism, especially online, and network. That was it. The main thing they preached was networking.
How would you describe like the music scene? Both you guys. I want like both your perspectives. How would you describe the music scene in the area that you're in?
Like from Melbourne, or just maybe Brevard County in general?
Yeah, like just like overall, like the county that you guys are in, and like maybe like the neighboring counties that you guys like go to. Like, how would you describe like that, like the music scene?
Well, the area that I'm new to Florida. I've only been here for about 5 years or so, but I haven't like grown up in the music industry out here. Because when I first started, music wasn't my first go-to. It was more or less like dance and theater, and then music slid into the mix somewhere. So by the time I got out here, I didn't really know much of the music scene. Like, he's legit one of the first artists I've encountered even out here. But I'm from Vegas, and they're all over the place. Like, you go outside, there's people on the corners just spitting. But I've noticed out here, it's also a retirement. It's a retirement state. Florida's a retirement state. So you got a lot of old heads out here that aren't really into the newer stuff. And as far as like my genre, because now I've pretty much strictly just done nerdcore. Like, grandma doesn't care to hear about Star Wars. Like, that, it's just that's how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a retirement town. As far as like surrounding areas, I've performed up in Kissimmee a lot. So, but they're close to Orlando. So anything close to Orlando or down south towards Miami, it's more my speed. So I'm more used to seeing artists, working here, working there. It's like, okay, I like this. It's like, I like this. But like in Melbourne specifically, I feel like that's where majority of the old heads have moved to, because it's central and it's not all that busy around. That's just
now. Let me interject, because that's his experience, and that's a very, very, very outsider opinion of this area.
Yep.
Yeah, the real area is, as far as the music scene goes, it's not like who lives here, and it's also a broad spectrum. It's not just old people that live here, but this is a retirement area, and it's a family area. That's more than anything, but and it's a tourist spot. Like, so this place is always flooded with different kinds of people.
Yeah.
But the music scene is more like what you expect, like the YNW Mellies, Kodak Blacks, a lot of more trap hood artists around here. Those artists dominate this area. The clubs around here, there's very few that cater to that music. So for someone like Tyler or myself, and not so much myself, because I've made music that, like I said, I don't make nerdcore. I haven't made nerdcore music up until recently. So I have, I tried to cater to this area as far as, well, not just, I make music for myself, but I also tried to consider the people that were listening, and tried to, I also like the music. So it's just like, I try to, fit in a sense, while still standing out as myself. And I just, I think it's just a lack of promotion on my end, but I just have never been received as well as I would have liked. Like, I have a lot of respect. Like, he knew about me before I knew that he knew about me, you know what I mean? And like, I come across people all the time when I'm out and about, like, oh, what's up, man? Hey, you're Mac Rowe, aren't you? I've seen your music videos. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And so, like, I'm known around here in a sense, but it's just like that support that's like kind of just floating out there doesn't reflect into the numbers and to the, just what I would technically need in order to elevate to the next level. So
yeah. What do you think? What do you think will elevate you to the next level? What do you think? What do you like? What are your ideas to elevate to like the next level? What do you like? What goals?
Well, the biggest issue that the biggest issue that I've dealt with is the fact that I know how to promote and market, but it's just about doing it. You know what I mean? And being consistent with it. Like, my problem is I'm such a creative that I overwhelm myself with creation.
You get lost.
That I don't take the time to promote. And that's the thing about being an independent artist. You have to literally wear so many hats. You know what I mean? And like I said, I already wear so many hats as is, trying to be run a studio and do all different kinds of things. But I don't know. But real quick, I wanted to go back to this before I forget. The main difference, like, I've been around here making music for a while, right? I've seen more love in the few months that I've been in the nerdcore community that I feel like I've ever received as a whole in this whole area.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show you the sense of community that niche has, because it is a niche. And so those people in the community are very supportive and receptive.
One of the reasons why I feel like that is because like there's like you don't like when I was growing up watching anime and shit, and like I was watching Inuyasha, Big O, and all that shit, man. Like there was no rap music for that shit. Like there was no music for it. All you had was the motherfucking like the outro, you know, after the TV show.
Yep, the intro.
Like, that's all you had. There was no one like, hey, I'm about to make a song about this shit. Like you didn't have it. And, like,
there was the Pokemon rap. That was about it.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
I need a rap. Order. Wasn't even a rap. They were just screaming names.
They were just saying the names, bro. Like like there's like now. And then like I feel like I can't wait till like I said, y'all open. We still like over here in Illinois, like we still kind of open, but like we not open. Like we not like we ain't got like no venues open to perform or anything like that. We can't do open mics. And like I know that nerdcore party is that nerdcore party con
NPC, that shit got canceled.
Yeah, it's in Chicago, and because
I got canceled.
It's trash because of the COVID shit and like the COVID regulations and stuff. So like a lot of like the venues around here, you know, they either shutting down or not coming back. And a lot of the spots that my homies would do open mics at, you know, they're never coming back. Like they're shut down for good. So like it's gonna be hard. Like it's gonna be a little bit hard for, you know, some of the artists like bounce back in like the Midwest area, but like a lot of people are going to be thirsty to come to the venues to see artists perform, like because people are dying for entertainment. Like especially, I don't know how it is over there in Florida, but like over here, people are dying for entertainment. Like
okay, I'm glad you said that, because this brings back something you said earlier, like wanting more organic artists to kind of rise up.
Mm-hmm.
Now that artists are fake, because you got to think of just how things play out. Now that you guys are faced with adversity over there, as far as not being able to have venues and stuff, you're gonna have to get creative. You're gonna have to think outside the box, and how are you gonna reach these people out here and still be able to stand out from the crowd, even though there is nothing for you to be able to do so. You have to create that, and so it's gonna be interesting. And the people that do are ahead of their time on that and see forward and think like that. And they're like, okay, clubs aren't coming back. What do I do? How am I going to step up and make myself still stand out regardless, whether it be just on the internet, creating a crazy internet presence, or figuring out a way to get on the streets and still tap in with the people. Yeah. So we're gonna see some organic shit coming within the next couple of years. Yeah. That's what that made me think when you said, okay, there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's a down bad situation right now. Yeah. The down bad is going to create something.
No, like, and the thing about it is, like I said, like when things open up, bro, like imagine like how I can only imagine how packed like the Nerdcore Party Con thing is going to be in Chicago when it actually is able to be open. Like I can only imagine how many people are going to show up because of how many people had to like just stay inside the house. You know, it's how many people had to like, you know, just be inside and not be able to like go to like a show and watch performers. Like that's
just open one of those.
It's gonna slap, bro. Like
it's gonna slap, sold out immediately. Like,
bro, like because most of the shows that like I went to, like open mics and stuff like that, people showed up, but I feel like people are realizing, a lot of people that I talk to now, they realize that they took entertainment for granted. Yeah. Like they took it for like a lot of people are like, and I'm realizing that myself, like, cause like I didn't go to like, I stopped going to like a lot of shows around like 2019 and 2020. And I was like, damn, bro, I wish I would have went, you know, to this show or that show. And like now, like, you know,
like there is no shows. I should have went.
Yeah, I should have fucking went. And now people are like, you know, shit, I'm gonna go. Like the next show that's open here, I'm in that bitch. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm showing up. Like that's how, like, you know, and that's how a lot of people are thinking now over in this area, like where I'm at in the Midwest, and like I'm pretty sure, like in Cali, people are like, they're dying for, you know, performances, and in New York, they're dying for the performances and stuff like that. So I'm hyped to see like the Comic-Con shit and like venues open and like people being able to perform, because like you know, y'all can come down here and fucking perform at the like the Nerdcore Party Con shit. It'll be lit. Like I'm already knowing that shit gonna pop off. Like it's just a
Man, I tried to tap in with the NPC. I was like, yo, what's up with the performance slot? They're like, we already had our open audition calls and everything, so we're locked in with the artist. But yeah, so
yeah, it don't even matter, bro. Because like, all you gotta do is show up, and people gonna show love either way. Like
I don't know. I was gonna say I'm not gonna reveal it, but you know what I'm saying. Like I was saying, there's people that rise to the challenge of adversity, and I have plans to still be able to do what I got to do and get seen and get heard. So it'll come when it comes.
Hell yeah. So what are like the next things you got like coming up, and like what are like the next projects that you're working on?
Well, thanks to the nerdcore community, I've been able to decide that because a lot of artists on the nerdcore scene, they do consistent uploads, and they're like either weekly or bi-weekly. My thing is just going to be 3 songs a month. I'm going to do 1 solo song, 1 feature, and 1 cypher every month, and that's just going to be my thing. And I'm thinking about dropping on Mondays currently because I'm a smaller artist, and everybody drops on Fridays and Saturdays. So I'm gonna just try out Mondays, call it Macro Mondays or whatever, and see how that goes. But I literally have songs already planned out until June, like concrete. I already have the beats and everything. Those are already set. Everything's ready for up until June. And then the other day, I just went ham and literally plotted out the rest of the year. So I have every song that I'm gonna make for the rest of the year. It's just about making it at this point.
Yeah.
Learning, smart.
What is like some of the advice that you have that you could give to like artists that want to, venture out into, doing their own music videos, recording themselves, networking? Like, what kind of advice do you have for like artists that want to like, that are just now starting off?
Don't be discouraged. Don't give up. Have determination that you're gonna get somewhere. And like what I tell people sometimes is like you were saying, we said earlier, like, some people are focused on being an artist when they can be this and that. Sometimes you're not gonna discover that you're a great graphic artist until you know what I'm saying, something led you to that. Like you can start off being an artist, like a recording artist, and then, like, oh, I need a cover. And then you try to do graphics, and you're like, oh, wow, I really like doing graphics. I think I'd rather do graphics, so you can't figure out where you want to swim until you get your toes in the water a little bit,
So you got to try it.
You try it. You're not going to get anywhere.
You never know.
Exactly.
Because I remember I started in theater. Yeah, I was just doing acting. And then I was like, you know what? We did West Side Story. And there was the choreographed dance scenes. I'm like, all right, I kind of like dancing too. Then we started dancing, and we started dancing to like hip hop and stuff. And I'm like, yo, this slaps. I'm like, this slaps. I'm like, I can just do all of these and I'll do fun.
That's wild.
So basically the biggest take from that is don't be afraid to try new things. If you want to do it, then do it. But it's like, I've had friends that thought they wanted to try to do their own graphics. I would try to sit there and teach them. It's not for everybody. Sometimes
it takes patience.
Exactly. And just, what do you really want? So know your goals, define your goals, and, know your strengths and weaknesses. And if you're not a good graphic artist and if it's going to take you 3 years to get good at being a graphic artist, are you going to be dedicated to taking that time to research, to get all the materials, to get everything you need to become a good graphic artist? Or are you gonna give up after a few weeks because you're not getting good or whatever the case may be? I don't know. The biggest thing is to just just to persevere even through the tough times or when you think it's not gonna work. So I don't know. Everybody's different though. But if anybody ever fucking needs advice, hit me up. I'll do my best to help out anybody that's ever got a problem or question, you know. So
yeah. All right, before we end this, from both you guys, your top 3 favorite animes.
Favorite what?
animes.
Animes? See, I'd have to do the ones that
Top
I've
3.
seen. So Naruto's my
like this
all-time
question.
favorite. Like that's what started me. That's what I grew up on.
So scared.
Listen, Demon Slayer is currently now one of my favorites because I've watched it all.
Yeah.
Because I won't say, yo, this is my favorite, knowing I hadn't seen it all. Because Death Note was my favorite, and I liked it. But when they started getting toward the end, and that ending ruined it for me.
Yeah, when they killed my man,
it immediately went down from there for me.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this wasn't what I was expecting. But
I was expecting him to get away with that shit.
But dude, I wanted him to get away with it. That would have made the story so much better. But if I had to say this top 3, Naruto, Demon Slayer, and Dragon Ball Z. Not Super. Dragon Ball, I liked it. But I know that deep down in my mind, I know it was a gag anime. Bulma literally said it. Like, it was in the middle of an episode. She pulled out of nowhere. She's like, y'all really gonna do this in a gag anime? And I was like, all right, Dragon Ball Z gets my respects now.
All right. Well, I hate this question because I'm so indecisive and I just appreciate all.
You've seen a lot, too.
I appreciate it all. But I will say Naruto is and this is no order. Naruto, I hate this question.
Like if you were on an island and you could only pick 3 animes to watch.
Oh man,
fuck, I wouldn't want anime. I want to way off the island. No. Oh no, if I was on an anime, I would watch Dr. Stone so I could learn how to rebuild civilization.
Okay.
Come on, thinking ahead. All right, I'll just say 3 that I really enjoy and really like. Naruto, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, aside from the fillers, just the story is great. Even the fillers were entertaining. I appreciate the entertainment. But okay, so Naruto, I love Attack on Titan for the just crazy, just obviously it's just wild. And then the fact that the storyline is so complex.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan is great. And then a new one that I just watched recently that I'll give into my top 3 because of the ending is Code Geass.
I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it.
Yep. I have to say that one because the ending is so fire.
Oh really shit, dude! Code Geass is wild. Honestly, it's a wild ass anime.
Honestly, so I have to give that one in. What's your top 3?
All right, my top 3, man. All right, so like I would say since Inuyasha was like the first anime that I ever watched, I would have to say Inuyasha, and because like the Shiko and Jewel Shard, I like how like just like the whole storyline and all that shit with the bitch Kagome jumping down in the fucking well and she's traveling time and shit, like that shit was crazy. So Inuyasha, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, that was my shit. Cause like, dude, like I was one of them kids that would like stay up to like 5 a.m. and shit. Adult Swim hop
wait
on.
for it to come on.
Yeah, bro. Like I was like one of them kids. Like so, yeah. I would say Inuyasha, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and man, my third one. Man, this is hard because I really like Naruto. Oh, dude.
I need to finish Full Metal Alchemist.
Me too, to be honest with you.
Fuck. Inuyasha.
See,
Man, this is so hard. I think Naruto's my third one. And honestly, because like when I had MySpace, bro, my shit was Naruto everything, bro.
You got the Naruto background. Hey.
You know, I had the Naruto Shippuden background and shit. Like I used to have like before I even knew they were AMVs, bro, I had like the Linkin Park fucking like it was like Naruto and Sasuke fighting each other.
Part 1.
Bro,
The trap, Headstrong. Dude,
yeah, Headstrong.
When I discovered YouTube existed was through Naruto.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Through Naruto and Spider-Man 3, I realized that YouTube existed.
Yeah, bro. Like that's when I found out that like Naruto had that nine-tailed fox form and shit through YouTube. Cause like the Japanese the dub version didn't come out yet in the US. Cause all we got was like the English version and it didn't reach to that point. And then I would just like put those clips on my MySpace page and like
you were ahead of your time, man. You were ahead of your time.
Yeah, bro. Naruto was my shit, dude. I was a geek, bro, for that shit, bro. Like that shit used to have me geeking, bro. But man, anything you want to plug? Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, both you guys. Anything you guys want to plug?
Yeah, no, it's just Must Be Mac. I have I'll send you my link tree or whatever. You can put that in the description.
Hell yeah.
And it has all my links and stuff. So
yeah. Shit, my name's Tyler the Black Jew. If you look up Black Jews with 2 S's, I'll appear.
Hell yeah. All right, man.
I appreciate you having us on, man. This was really cool. I enjoyed talking with you.
Heck yeah, unexpected, nice.
Hey,
nice
yeah,
to get
man.
out the house and chill.
Hey, thank you guys for hopping on, man. And this is the Scottie Show. This is Macro. Hey, peace, guys.
Heck yeah.